And once again, I have another model kit to review, and this time it is the GM Quel. Not sure how to pronounce it, but anyways, it's kind of a take on the GM Custom that we've all come to love and respect from Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory. And so this was a really easy pick for me to buy. I only picked it up for a couple of 20s on eBay. And on top of that, there was free shipping. But it's my favorite color, blue, and it's a GM, and I love grunt suits. So easy buy, easy. Anyways, so I'm going to be showing you what I went through to build this, and showing you everything I did. Hopefully, I did a good job in your guys' opinion. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get into the review. The first thing I want to show off is just the side pictures that was the real determining factor in wanting me to, in me buying this thing. Even though this is a really old kit, 6 years is pretty old. You know, we get some of the standard stuff that we already see in master grades now, like internal frames and stuff like that. The color looked pretty sharp. And there's the side. One of the great things I love is that on master grades you can open the cockpit and show a little pilot. That's my absolute favorite thing to see. You get a couple of different hands, and you get armor plating for to go over the internal frames and stuff like that. And as you see the head right there, that is a clear lens that you'll get in the model kit. I'll show you that in a little bit. And we get a little figurine of Nina Purpleton as well. Nice little engineer from 0083. But let's just go ahead and crack open the box, and I'll show you exactly how it looks all finished. Okay, so here's the GM Quel, however you want to say it. Complete. Pretty much everything I painted, or that could be painted, is painted on there. I forgot one place right here in the crotch area, but that's okay. We can overlook that. Anyways, many moving parts, even though it's kind of an old kit. You get shoulder movement, of course. You get 360 in the shoulder as well, and in the hands. A little bit of wrist movement in there. The arms themselves can actually bend up to that much. So they're nicely double jointed. Unfortunately, the legs don't bend all the same way. In fact, putting the camera down, you can see that he only bends up that much. There's ball joints in the ankle as well, and the back of the feet can actually move a little bit, but not too much to praise about. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and put him right again. And so here's a back view, starting from the legs. You can see some of the inner workings coming through the back of the legs right there. There's the thrusters, which are all ball joints and just fit right inside. Painted the backpack a little bit, just have the little mini red thrusters on the sides. And there's the head. So all the green parts are stickers. And I'll show you a closer look of each part in a little bit. But now I think we can just show the accessories. And so with any good master grade, you of course get stickers and decals and whatnot. The first set of stickers that are important are the scope stickers, and you have a bunch of green ones for the head, the chest, the legs, and the weapons, of course, that you'll use up. Then of course you also get stickers and decals. You'll have Titans being written on there. There you can see right there. Titans and the Titan logo. Some numbers as well. You can put that anywhere. And then you get, of course, the stickers, which are a little bit more visible when you put them on the model kit themselves. Again, 0 to 9 for the numbers. And then little warning labels that are typically on a mobile suit. You also get a nice little Titans logo right there. Not sure you guys can read it. But anyways, cool stuff. I usually don't mess with that just because, you know, I don't find it necessary for me. But anyways, moving on to the weapons and other accessories. You get a shield, of course, because, you know, what mobile suit doesn't come with one. Unfortunately, the inside of the shield doesn't get any gray paint job or gray interior. So that's something you guys are going to have to do if you ever get this mobile suit. Has a peg for the forearm, so you don't have to mess with the handle here, which can actually fold down. You also get 2 ammo clips for the assault rifle that it comes with. Let's speaking of which, here it is. The same assault rifle from 0083. Did a little bit of panel lining on it. Nothing too serious, but it's nice. There you see the green scope. And you also get one other weapon, or gun, if you want to say. A kind of a variant on the GM beam spray gun again, except it has a longer barrel instead of that short little nub. I think it's just a regular beam rifle with a lower power output, but anyways, you also get that. And the last actual weapon you get are two beam rifles, or beam sabers. Unfortunately, I lost one of the hilts, which is really sad. It's located somewhere. But anyways, you get two beam saber blades and two beam saber hilts. A lot of panel lining opportunity on the hilt itself, so if you guys are into that. So anyways, you got little nice hot darkish pink on the beam sabers on the blades. And there's a hilt. Now, to hold everything, of course, you have to have some hands, and we saw on the mobile suit itself it already had a pair of closed fists. So rounding everything off, you get some open hands for mid-action kind of display, and then of course you get the 3-finger split from the trigger finger and thumb hands. These are for holding the weapons, of course. Unfortunately, they don't really do a good job. I mean, putting it in. Let's see. There we go. It's gonna fit in there loose, and you can already tell, like, you know, see that? There's no peg or anything in the handle or in the hand itself to fit everything in. But I don't mind. I understand that this is a little bit of an older kit, so I don't know if they had that going for them or not. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of the detail in the suit and show you what I did. There's nothing too special about the lower portion of the mobile suit. In fact, you don't really get a wide range of mobility in the mid-torso. With the ball joint right there, it's pretty much just stable, and it only moves slightly, like kind of like this. So there's nothing to rant and rave about from that. The upper torso, though, is pretty cool. I already showed you how much the arms can bend and whatnot. There are a few opportunities to paint. You got a little bit of panels right there, and this portion right here where the vents are, those are actually completely blue when you get them, so you're going to have to paint that red and have a little bit of black lining in there just to show that there are vents right there. I did a really piss poor job on the front vents right there. I apologize. I didn't do the vents until you know, I didn't wait until I was completely done with the mobile suit itself to start painting the vents, so I was like touching it and everything like that. So I have to go over that with my Gundam marker, or Gundam pen again. But in the head itself, which is on a ball joint and popped off, whoops, sorry, there's a lot more opportunities to paint as well. The black portions right here on the face and on the cheeks and everything, that's something you're going to have to paint. Little goatee, I put a little bit of black in there. As you can see, there's the yellow for the gun turrets. Those came in blue. You have to paint those yellow or whatever color you wish. And I put a little bit of black inside the gun barrels as well. Nothing on the back, so there's nothing to talk about there. The lens, it comes in completely white, or clear, sorry. So you're going to have to paint that or do whatever you can. I wanted the translucent look, and I have to thank another Gundam model maker, Prime 92. I can't remember. I'm sorry. But anyways, he was showing off an Exia he built, and he said to just use. He used the Sharpie, a green Sharpie, dark green Sharpie. So that's what I did. I grabbed kind of a purple. You still have the price tag on there. An orange, sorry, Sharpie, and just went over on the outside, sorry, of the lens, and it came really, really well. In fact, if you take a closer look, you can see the inside of the mobile suit's face and everything like that. So, just a little tip. Nothing, you know, is too secret about it. Sharpies work. So I plan on using Sharpies from now on with like GN condensers of clear parts and stuff like that. But anyways, putting the head back. There we go, nice little pop. The cockpit, of course, opens, and you see a little pilot right there. The back, you have to paint these thrusters on the sides as well. Nothing to paint right there, except you can do a little bit of black lining inside the thrusters, but other than that, everything's done. Looks pretty good. And if I had to show something about the lower torso, it'd probably be about the feet and the crotch area. These come in not painted, and the thrusters on the feet don't as well, so you have to do those. I had some black paint or red paint on me, so it wasn't too hard or difficult. And yeah, I also put, yeah, that's it actually. But anyways, let's go ahead and put them all together and do final thoughts on all this. Okay, so with everything put in place and him holding his weapon and shield, it's time to give my final thoughts on this build and whether or not it coaches me to make or buy another model kit in general. And I have to say overall, yes. Because it's an old kit, nothing's too complicated on it, except for the freaking instructions. Those things, I had to stare at them for a while just to make sure I was putting the right pieces with the right stuff. As I said before, it's all kind of meshed together, so you gotta look at it for a while. Not a long while, but a little bit, just to make sure you're doing the right things. The only complaints I have is that, you know, stuff that could easily been made into the right color or parts, they aren't, such as the thrusters on the sides, on the backpack, and on the feet, and in the crotch area. And especially inside the shield, there could have been a great piece in there. Really simple, could have been done, especially the lens on the head. That could have been so easily done by itself, but you know, I guess they wanted you to have the opportunity to, you know, have it whatever color you wanted. Another thing being the gun turrets, the Vulcans on the head, those could have been yellow somehow. But my biggest complaint would have to be this beam saber, the way it's stored. It doesn't want to stay or lock in there, so the possibility that you'll lose it somehow is pretty high. In fact, you don't even get like a pop or anything once you put it in there, and you just have to pray that it doesn't get loose and run wild somewhere on the floor, and you end up losing it. But anyways, that being said, you know, A+ on this guy. I mean, I'm definitely happy I bought him, especially for the price I did. And so, that being said, he definitely makes me want to buy another model kit once again, which I already have, so stay tuned for that. That being said, you know, thanks for watching. I hope this entertained you guys, and you saw something you hadn't seen before. But anyways, stay tuned for more, and everybody take care. Alright, bye-bye.